tune to this. Okay, the guitar's tuned low. I just envision this as C sharp minor, even though it's not. Just humor me. I'm not transposing at this stage in my life. So the rhythm underneath is something like this, very classical sounding. Probably not exactly like that, but it'll do for now. So the very first thing Andy LaRocque does is a C sharp minor arpeggio, which starts here, low E9, low E12, A and D at the 11, G at the 9, and G at the 13. Now the way I would pick that would be something like down, hammer, down, 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 up. That's your little tag. Oh, I'm sorry, neck pickup. I learned this the other day, and I'm giving you, from what I can tell, the easiest fingerings of this whole solo. I see a lot of dudes that are actually making life hard on themselves, whereas I'm kind of all about common sense. Down, hammer, down, 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 up. And just as an aside, this is a really good... That's really easy to get going quick. And the tag on that is... you got 9 and 11. 9, 11. It's kind of a Van Halen move. You got 13 on the D, back up to the 9 G, and you got 11, 13 on the D. Slow. Picking on this tag is pretty easy. Down, hammer, pull off, down, up, down, up. One more time. Next part, B, 13, 14, 16. G, 13. The only hard part is going to be going from this here to this here. You have a 19 full step bend, I believe, on the B string. I mean, look, you can cheat and go here. I find that to be hard, which is the high E 14th fret. I feel like you can vibrato this note better, and you got to be quick too. There's got to be wide vibrato. And then you're on to the next part. G. A lot of it's on G. G, 13, 11, 9, 8. And then 10th fret D. They're sliding on the G from 11 to 13. I'll just do it over a couple times because it's not insanely hard. One more time. One more time. the next part, which I absolutely love, is the chromatic up and down thing. So on the high E, you're using 16, 15, 14, and 13 only once. And then your note to end the whole thing is going to be G string, 17th fret. And please watch what my fingers are doing and do the exact same way, because it is the easiest way. So have your 3 fingers here, right, and have them right on the thing, and then just slide that one back and then back up again. Picking is alternate picking, starting out a downstroke. And if you're doing it right, this G string 17th fret should be an upstroke. A lot of the times when I'm trying to figure out a solo, I'll hop on YouTube and I'll see what other people are doing. And I see tons of dudes doing this. I'll tell you why that might be a bad idea. You got to think of what's the last note. Andy LaRocque loves to bend the shit out of the G string. That's his like go-to string, and you can see it in videos and any kind of huge vibrato. He's grabbing and pulling and bending downward. So if we're gonna use his logic, you're taking this note and bending downward and really kind of. But this. I think a lot of dudes might think this is some sort of flex. Because it's like, hey, I'm using all my fingers and this kind of a thing. Whereas this way it's easier to do. Like, we don't want to make guitar hard for ourselves. We want to make it easy. Like minimal movement. This... Try to bend the shit out of this B string 13 as good as you can. G string 17. Try to mimic that from here. I think it could be done. I think for everybody's sake, this way's easier. Look, if you want to do it this way, like, you're going to have to just... Because you got to remember, a huge part of Andy LaRocque's guitar style is the massive vibrato. And the way to get it is there. Alternate picking, starting on a downstroke. Down, up, 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 down, up. One more time. One more time. So let me just show you what the frets and the strings are first. I'll do it a couple times, and then you give it a crack. Isn't that how this stuff all works? So the high E is going to be 12, 16, 14 on that one. Now this is good because you have the same mirrored exact frets on 3 strings. On the B string you have 16, 14, 13, as you do on the G string. As you do on the D string. And then when you get down to the A string, it just changes from that to 16, 14, 12. Which is a kind of a very far mirror of the high E. So you got this shape, and then you end the whole thing with which is G string 11, slide up to 13, slide back down to 11. Apply the Andy LaRocque vibrato. And Bob is your uncle, is what they say out here in Australia. So let's give this a crack. Now think of this as 12, 16, 14, 12. That kind of gets you into the lick. And this is where you start your 6 patterns of descending. Okay, here's where the liberties kick in. I go like this. It's probably not right, but trust me when I say no one in the audience or no one on YouTube is really gonna know. But you're doing these. Now, when it starts getting into the... I'm just grabbing notes that we've already played before. So if you stay in this area... You just kind of fiddle until you get to... That's what I do. Probably not... Obviously, it's not 100%. But if you fiddle... And all I'm doing for these... are 6 notes, and it's just 16, 14... 13 twice. Do the same thing here. Same thing here. And when I get to somewhere in there, you just kind of start going upward. That type of deal. I don't know. That's the only way I can explain it. You've got the notes. Those are the notes. I can get you down. I'm just having problems getting you up. Ooh, that sounded nasty. If you don't want to go here, which I believe that is a string, and I believe it's those exact frets, you take this, you put it on D string, which is, what is that? 16 to 18? See how I did that? So instead of here, I'll just put it here. I just think that G string has a bit more life. And you can almost kind of half pinch harmonic it. Whereas you really can't. So yeah, that's really it. I hope that helped, and I hope you're not mad that I didn't, do every single part, but you also know I'm not that guy either. So I'll do a slow recap, and then we're pretty much done. Something like that.